much. Brian Jennings coming up with the win in the 112-pound decision. FCIAC champion Brian Jennings.
We move it along now to 119. Oh boy, those two do definitely look ready. And Charlie Costanzo on your left, the #1 ranked wrestler at 119 in the entire state of Connecticut. Pierre Saint, he's been solid all year long as well for Stamford, coming in at 27-5. There's the parents of Charlie Costanzo looking on, would love to cap off a fantastic FCIAC season for their son. A senior, has been one of the best in the state of Connecticut for oh so long. And you know, you and I saw Pierre Saint earlier on in the year. He's just a sophomore, and one of the things that his coach had mentioned to us was that this kid has just star written all over him, and here he is in the championship matchup.
Yeah, he's a lot of potential. He placed 4th last year in the FCIAC. You know, he placed 1st in the Manchester Invitational. He has all the tools, just has to put it together, and this year making great strides at 29-5 on the season.
Unfortunately, you're going against one of the best in Charlie Costanzo. He's a tactician. He will just wind you down already with 2 quick points. Is Costanzo.
Well, Charlie's 30-1, just been so dominant in his career. 149-22. He's been on the varsity all 4 years. He's a 3-time FCIAC champ, going for the quad championship, 4th time in a row he could win this division. And just he's so decorated, so technical, knows exactly what he needs to do. Not to mention, #1 in the state at the 119-pound level.
.49 seconds remaining in the opening period. We will get a restart. Costanzo in the white singlet trimmed in orange. For Stamford, that's Pierre Saint in the black singlet. Costanzo jumped on the board quickly with the 2 points within the first 20 seconds of this match, and now we've been kind of stagnant.
Yeah, Pierre Saint doing a good job just holding his own and saying, hey, Charlie, I'm here to say this is the championship. Yeah, I'm not going to lay down and let you get this, get this win. I'm going to fight for it. And it's been a great competition thus far in this first period as we close out under 5 seconds.
Pierre Saint does pick up his first point, still 2 seconds left. And how about this kid, Pierre Saint, hanging with the big, bad, and tough Charlie Costanzo. That'll do it. Opening period ends 2-1 in favor of Costanzo.
Pierre Saint, he's got a lot of practice growing up at home. His older brother was a state finalist, the New England place winner, and his younger brother in middle school is a very promising wrestler as well. So you can only imagine coming with 3 boys and just getting it done in the playroom.
Well, how did these two get here? Costanzo was the top seed, got a few buys in the quarterfinals, had a pin over Danny Almeida. Actually, that was over Joe Alloy of Trumbull, and then had a pin over Almeida in the semifinals. Pierre Saint had a default victory in the 3rd round. In the quarterfinals, had a pin and another pin in the semifinals over the #2 seeded Connor Flynn of the host school, New Canaan. A 3-1 lead for Charlie Costanzo early. I guess not that early anymore, but in this match, what are you liking right now about Pierre Saint?
Pierre Saint, he's staying aggressive. He's not just sitting there and waiting for Charlie Costanzo to make moves. He's making his own moves and having Charlie think on his feet and figure out what he needs to do to actually pin or pick up points against Pierre Saint, because Pierre Saint's right in here. It's 3-1, but he's getting it done.
Pierre Saint on the right side of your screen, Costanzo on the left. Pierre Saint, just a sophomore, not backing down from the senior Costanzo. Coming into this tournament, the big buzz was, could Costanzo win his 4th consecutive FCIAC title? Pierre Saint does not care about that at all. He wants to win his 1st FCIAC title.
Pierre Saint wants to upset that. He wants to stop the streak.
And again, to revert back to that wild card system,
yeah.
If Costanzo was to lose, he would certainly get a wild card bid because of the long-standing season that he has had and his high ranking in the state. Final 25 seconds of the 2nd period. Charlie Costanzo holding on to a 2-point lead.
Yeah, if Costanzo were having to lose tonight to Pierre Saint, he would finagle his way up to the state championships and have a chip on his shoulder and try to get it done again. But for you folks at home, if you're watching the last couple of matches and you see guys in white and thinking that maybe it's the same guy over and over again because they look exactly the same, that's not right. Typically when you're in championship runs or playoff runs, a team comes together and does certain things, grow beards or funny haircuts. But what Danbury did was they all dyed their hair blonde. There's probably about 15 or 20 kids in this gym with bleached blonde hair. That's great. Coming together, camaraderie, just getting it together and trying to win. And they say, what they play? Like 4 or 5 guys in the tournament?
Seven guys in this championship match.
That just shows you what kind of coaching they have over at Danbury and what kind of camaraderie and togetherness that they're really gelling over there in Danbury.
Costanzo on top will try to ride out for as long as possible. Pierre Saint wants to get an escape or a reversal. He trails by 2. Very close. Pierre Saint almost reversed it. He will get 1 point for the escape. Looks up at the scoreboard. It's 3-2. Final 1.5 minutes left in this 3rd period.
And now Pierre Saint has to dig deep right now. I know he's running on very few fumes, and he needs to just do whatever he can do to try to pick up some points. He's down 3-2 against the #1 119-pounder in the state. Looking for the upset, doing a great job so far staying in this thing.
Costanzo shoots, and what a move, keeping his feet in play, and he will pick up 2 points on the reverse. They will not give him the 2 points. The officials discuss it and say, take the 2 points off the scoreboard. It remains 3-2.
Yeah, he did a great job trying to keep his feet in there. It's almost like a receiver catching a ball right before he gets out of the end zone and gains possession. He just didn't hang on enough to get those 2 points, and they just went out of bounds and started in neutral position.
Costanzo has not been tested very often this year. Pierre Saint staying with them. Trails by 1. Can Pierre Saint turn this around? Look at Costanzo with a great hold on the leg. He will get 2 more points, and he goes up 5-2.
Costanzo's so strong with that single leg sweep, just gaining control, getting on top of Pierre Saint, trying to ride this out 5-2 inside 25 seconds here in the 119-pound championships for Fairfield County. And it just looks like Costanzo just has him in control, and Pierre, nothing much he can do inside 10 seconds because it just looks like Charlie Costanzo has full control.
So the final 5 seconds at 119. Costanzo lets Pierre Saint loose, but it will not matter. Costanzo is victorious, 5-3, and he holds on to his #1 ranking.
Charlie Costanzo, the 2010 FCIAC championship contender. This is his 4th championship in a row.
And we will step aside. The 125s are upcoming.